Hello students, today we are going to start our next topic which is based on the last topic, that is electric field due to electric dipole. We have studied the electric field due to electric dipole at the point located on its axis. In our second topic, we have to calculate the electric field due to electric dipole at the equatorial plane. First of all, I want to state you that what is equatorial plane. Now, I just want to describe the equatorial plane. For example, we have a line. If we draw a perpendicular bisector of this line, then it may be just like this. It is the perpendicular bisector of this line. So any plane which is going perpendicular to this line which I have drawn, this line, the plane which is going perpendicular to this line is called equatorial plane. So students, just here we are going to discuss about the electric field due to electric dipole at equatorial plane. The point which is located at the perpendicular bisector of an electric dipole is called equatorial point. You can see in the figure that there is an electric dipole AB. It is B, okay, AB, whose length is 12 and O is the midpoint, or we call that center of the dipole. So it is divided into two sections, that is one part of length L and the other is also of length small l. So we have to calculate the electric field intensity at the equatorial point. Here is PO. PO is the perpendicular bisector of this electric dipole. We taken a point P at this plane, which is called equatorial point, or the point located at the equatorial plane. It is at distance small r from the center of the dipole. If we calculate the distance from the ends of the dipole, that is from A to P, by using Pythagoras theorem, perpendicular, hypotenuse and base. So this is root r square plus l square. Here is, this is r, this is l, so it will become root r square plus l square. So it's the length of this hypotenuse. So students, I just want to tell you about the point located at the equatorial plane, which is P. So the magnitudes of this charge are same, while they are unlike charges. The one is minus q and the other is plus q. So as the charges are same, so the electric field produced by the charges at the point P will also same. That is because the distances are same. It is isosceles triangle. So here is the magnitude of electric field due to point A, that is EA. We know EA equals to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q upon distance square. So what is the distance? The distance is this, which we have calculated, root r square plus L square. So EA equals to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q upon root r square plus L square whole square. So the total electric field due to point A, a charge minus Q, that is EA equals to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q upon r square plus L square. Similarly, as we know that the charge plus Q, which is located at the point B, is also in magnitude small q, which is same to the charge located at A. So the electric field produced by this charge plus Q at the point P will also be same. So EB equals to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q upon r square plus L square. So the both equations are same, that is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q upon r square plus L square. So we can say that EA equals to EB equals to E dash. We say that it is E dash because they both are same in magnitudes. So when we proceed, here we have done the resolution of the vectors EA and EB. You can read that the resolving EA and EB into components, then EA sin theta and EB sin theta are cancelled by each other. Here we go that the electric field produced by the point A at P is in this direction, EA, and when we resolve the vector EA in two components, one is this and the other is this. It is angle theta, so it will become EA cos theta, and this vertical component is EA sin theta. Similarly, in the same way, we resolve the vector EB into components, which gives the horizontal component EB cos theta and EB sin theta in the perpendicular directions. So here we see that as EA and EB are same, so EA sin theta and EB sin theta are also same, but the directions of both vectors are opposite to each other. So when two vectors are equal in magnitudes but opposite in signs, in directions, then they are cancelled by each other. So we have written here that EA sin theta and EB sin theta are cancelled by each other. So the net electric field due to the dipole at P is due to the both components EA cos theta and EB cos theta. So the resultant electric field at point P due to dipole is E equals to EA cos theta plus EB cos theta. As we know that we considered that EA and EB are equal, which we taken as E dash. So here we write E equals to E dash cos theta plus E dash cos theta, that is 2E dash cos theta. So we know that the value of E dash, that is EA and EB, it is also E dash and it is also E dash. So the magnitudes are 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q upon r square plus L square, that is 2 into E dash cos theta will become just like that, 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q upon r square plus L square, 2 here, 2 which is coming from here, 2 cos theta. To find the value of cos theta, we use the diagram here, triangle APO. Excuse me. We have taken the triangle APO, that is AOP here. The value of cos theta, as we know that cos theta equals to base upon hypotenuse. So the value of cos theta becomes base, that is small l, upon hypotenuse root r square plus l square. So the value of cos theta is l upon root r square plus l square. Root means the whole power 1 upon 2. So we write here excuse me, E equals to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q upon r square plus l square 2l r square plus l square whole power 1 by 2. So the whole power becomes E equals to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught p upon r square plus l square power 3 by 2. As we know that 1 plus 1 by 2 gives 3 by 2. So E equals to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught p upon r square plus l square whole power 3 by 2. And here we know that the length of the dipole is much smaller than any distance, that is L is much lesser than small r, then the square of smaller quantity which is less than 1 is much smaller than the other quantities, that is L square is much smaller than r square. So in the term r square plus l square we neglect l square. So we get 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught p upon r square and whole power 3 by 2. The 2 has cancelled by each other. Excuse me. So here we get E equals to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught p upon r cube. This is the expression for the electric field intensity due to an electric dipole at the point located at the equatorial point of the electric dipole. As we see here that E and P are both vector quantities and no other quantity is here vector, so the direction of P is denoted the direction of E. So the direction of electric field is described by the direction of P, and we know that the direction of P is from negative charge to positive charge. Another conclusion from this, we have seen that when we studied about the electric field due to electric dipole at the axial point, that is E axial equals to constant K, that is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught 2p upon r cube. And here we see that E equatorial equals to this, that is K p upon r cube. So we have concluded that the electric field intensity due to electric dipole at the axial point is 2 times the electric field intensity at the equatorial point at the same distance taken from the center. So always remember that E axial equals to 2 into E equatorial for the same distance from taken by the center of electric dipole. So students, this is the topic which we have completed for electric field intensity due to electric dipole. In our next lecture, we will discuss about the torque experienced by the electric dipole in a uniform electric field. So thank you. Have a nice day.